Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I am going to be putting together a project using the Ali Edwards April 2021 Stories by the Month kit. For today, my entire spread was inspired by this card right here that says lovely little things right now. When I saw this card, I really started to think about what are the small little things that I normally don't really pay much attention to, but when you think about it, what are the small things that make all the difference in the world, that make life lovely? And that was my jumping off point for my journaling. Now, what I am going to be doing today, this shouldn't be too difficult of a spread to create. I've got a full page photo on the left-hand side that I'm going to embellish with a bunch of circles. In my original sketch, I had the circles down at the bottom, but once I selected my photo, I really kind of like the way they look on the side instead. So I'm going to layer them up on the side here, punch the right side of this so it'll go directly into the album like that. And then I've got a 3x8 journaling card. I created this in Photoshop, and I just made sure to leave enough space at the top so I can cut off the title piece here and add that to the top. So that will be my title for my journaling for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and get everything embellished and done here. And then once this spread is completed, we'll slow back down in order to finish out the video for today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and get this photo hole punched. This time I'm not really putting anything over on the side of the picture that has the holes on it, but I just figured that that's a really good place to start. I typically like to do that when I'm working with these larger photos, just in case I do put anything near the holes so that they don't interfere once it goes into the album. And then once I have that hole punched, the next thing I'm going to do is finish up this journaling portion here. I did just go ahead and measure it really quick to make sure that I didn't cut it too short or too long. And then I just trimmed off the top portion of that card, and I'm going to stick it down on top of my 3x8 journaling space there. There is a tiny little bit of cardstock off to the right side, so I'm just going to bring my trimmer out, trim that little piece off, and then this card is done. So that is literally all I'm going to do to the journaling portion, and then I'm going to go ahead and start working on my photo. I did pull out these two journaling cards. One of them has like love and kindness, I think is what it says, and it's hearts that are kind of holding, not hearts, hands that are kind of holding a heart in the middle. And then this other pattern is gray with a white bird type image on it. And I liked the way that those two colors went with the cork and the yellow, and it just created this really soft spring type pattern or spring type palette. That is maybe the word I'm looking for. Then I am going to go ahead and start layering these up on the right side, nope, the left side of the photo, and getting everything where I want it to go. I liked that I could take those cork pieces that had the phrases on them. So there's one that says today, one that says love this, and one that says just the word yes. And I could position those onto this page so we can actually still read the words. I thought that was kind of nice, like serendipitous here. Once I have those larger pieces where I want them to go, I'm going to just start adding my adhesive and sticking those down. For the ones on the bottom, I just I pulled them out, stuck my adhesive on the back, positioned it where I wanted it to go, and then moved the other pieces and stuck it down on the page. That way I knew I was putting it pretty much where I wanted it to go. For the cork pieces, I am using my score tape instead of my roller tape. I feel like sometimes with cork, when I use my roller on it, it'll actually peel up some of the cork pieces. So this way I didn't have to worry about that. I could just stick down the tape and then put those into place. So two of them are going flat down on top of the photo, the one at the top that says today, and then the one at the bottom that says love this. And actually the floral one goes straight down as well. So that one I will wiggle out of there and stick that one directly down on the page as well. This, I noticed that when I punched it, the 3x4 cards are not exactly 3x4. So the circle punch I used was a 3-inch circle. I wanted those to be fairly large. And so on the edges, there were like tiny itty bitty little points. So I just went ahead and rounded those out a little bit better. Here is where I will go ahead and stick down the floral cork piece. And then we have these two extra circles. So the one which has the hands on it and the one that says love this. Those I'm going to prop up on some foam stickers. They layer on top of some of the other cork pieces, which gives that a little bit of dimension. And in order to help it stay fairly flat on the page where it's not going to warp or, you know, nothing will be distorted over time, I will just add these foam stickers on there. So that one, I did my best to position them where I thought it would go in between the two cork pieces and then on the outside. And then I will do the same for this one here. I actually will end up filling this one with a bunch of cork stickers. The reason is that the cork is a lot more, maybe malleable is the right word, where if there is a hole somewhere and you push into the hole, it will actually like push down. So I wanted to make sure to cover the whole thing so that I didn't have to worry about that, like holes being poked in it or anything like that. It was just, you know, basically a solid piece here. So that's why I pulled out these really small ones and filled in the rest of it. Yeah, I kind of put it down and pushed on it with my fingers and was like, ooh, I don't like how you can like feel the give in the spots where there's not stickers. So I just stuck them all down there. Then I will go ahead and add this on top. I did forget to add some adhesive where the two corks touch. So I will grab a piece of score tape and just kind of slide it underneath there for both the cardstock circle piece and for the cork one as well. That way those are good and down and, you know, fully adhered on this page. Once I get that done, I will go through some of my chipboard pieces. Actually, I'm going to trim this off first. I couldn't remember if I trimmed it or if I did the chipboard first, but we're going to trim off the excess of all of those circles. So that gives us our line. I love how these interact with the side of the page. I think that's really cool. And then I had one of the chipboard pieces from the actual set that said something loves, spring loves, I think, spring loves. And it's got that yellow color, which I liked because it pulled in the yellow color from the Lovely Little Things title. So that one's going to go on there. And then I found two other chipboard. I like to do some, you know, odd numbers when I can on here. And so I found one from, I believe, a November set that just said like thankful and grateful or something like that. That's the orange one right here. And then one from another random set of chipboard that just says the word daily, I believe, but it's got like a lighter pink. So I just liked the way that those colors kind of interacted between the colors of the kit, but then also some of the colors we're wearing, like the orange there ties in a little bit more of the oranginess from Jonah's shirt. Even though it's yellow, it still has an orangish tint, and I thought that that looked really nice there. And then I'm wearing pink, so the pink chipboard helps to tie that in as well. I put a foam sticker on two of those to help prop them up, and then the yellow one went into the middle of the floral cork. All right, friends, so that finishes up my spread for today. I think this circle thing turned out so fun. I really, really, really love it. So I'm really happy I just went for it and put as many circles on there as I possibly could. I think it turned out really fun. I hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing this one come together. One thing I will do this time is I will go ahead and read you guys my journaling, because maybe it will help to jog some kind of story for you if I do. So my story today is Lovely Little Things Right Now. And I said, in a life that feels mundane, enshrined in the sameness from day to day, it's easy to just go through the motions of living and miss out on all the lovely little things that bring a smile to my face. If I were only to pay attention, I would notice the moment a typical Thursday 3 selfie photo was bombarded by my kids, eager to sit on my lap and smile lovingly at the camera. I would notice when Isabella came down the stairs and told me about how she used her quiet time to clean her room and make her bed, knowing I would be proud. I would notice the excitement on Jonah's face as he showed anyone he could the little piece of artwork he created during our virtual art class. I would notice the gentle squeezes that Aaron leaves on my shoulders as he passes behind me and settles into his office space right behind me. I would notice the gentle purring of the cats as they happily lie in my lap while I work on process videos or read my latest book. I would notice that even in the sameness of life right now, there are changes still to happen, goals still to be achieved, friendships still to be made, kindness still to be extended, and love, so much love still to be shared. And while noticing these wonderful little things that make up the course of our days, I would begin to realize that these lovely little things are not really little at all. Each and every one of them is truly a big thing that makes life good and worth living. There we go. So that is my story for today. I hope that you enjoyed the story. I hope that you enjoyed the process and that you feel inspired to break your product out and tell your stories. If you did enjoy this one, I would love a thumbs up down below, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see all of my future content. I will be back again on Wednesday with a Project Life spread, so hopefully I will see you guys then. And until then, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.